On my channel, I usually post daily content just for myself, daily journals. And I want this to be a warning to my two viewers about what's going on in the world and in America specifically. There was a certain tragic event that took place today, specifically in Utah. I'm not going to mention it directly, although I will be speaking about it the whole way through this video. And absolutely tragic. I saw the videos. Of course, I went on Twitter, scrolled, I saw all the warnings. Oh, don't watch the video. But of course, the deep, morbid curiosity in me had to find the video, just so I can reconcile with what exactly happened. Not exactly a figure that I followed, not exactly a figure I liked or respected or even cared to get to know about. But yeah, I saw videos from multiple perspectives, and I'm already seeing it right now being used to divide us more. And that's just how the systems operate. They operate, the way they were designed is for two parties in America, a bipartisan country, to have peaceful discussions with one another in an attempt to reconcile the nation with the truth. Second time I've used reconcile. But to bring the nation under the truth that will advance the country in the best interest of its people, the nation itself, and our future descendants. What instead happened, just by human nature, is that the two parties fight and they clash against each other. So instead of this peaceful philosophical investigation chasing what is really meant for us, that what will lead us to prosperity and utopia, humanity in the future, instead divides us, and we clash against each other. And this assassination that we saw, many of us saw, is only going to be used against us. And you'll see it on your algorithms, you'll see it on your feed. They are going to, both sides are going to leverage this tragic incident to divide us some more, because they know when they divide us some more, then they get the higher share of power. And they'll keep beating each other. Already I've seen some videos of politicians blaming this on the other side. It's a tragic event of one individual who is clearly mentally ill, and for you to go out and immediately use a tragedy. I really could care less about this person. I saw a short the other day, and I was like, well, this person's opinion, they said, I was like, okay, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense. So I actively disagreed with the one short that I saw of him. I'm not on shorts or anything, but it got to me. The thumbnail was really rage bait, so I clicked on it and I was like, that's stupid. But regardless, the point is, it doesn't matter if you agree with the person or disagree with the person. The shooting, the robbery of somebody's life, which is the underlying the underlying scaffolding that supports America, is that we all have a right to freedom, we all have a right to speech, we all have a right to life. And somebody's life was taken because, of what they spoke about, their speeches. So even though they had a freedom of speech, they didn't have the freedom to live, which of course then removed their freedom of speech. And that will only segregate us in the future if we don't grow consciousness of the situation. The two parties are meant to bounce off each other in the journey of the truth, what is best for the country. But instead what's happened is they cling on to their views and they stab and they attack the other side. Each side individually does this because they operate under the assumption that their side is right, and not that these are my values, these are my views, I think we should have conversations about what is best for this country as we progress through time. Of course, values, they adapt, they change, they're dynamic. That's not what the case is. And if you're watching this video, what I beg for you is don't fall into the trap. Don't find yourself growing hatred towards other people because of the death. Because in essence, you are killing the spirits of other people by this tragedy. Both sides, people, both sides of America, politically speaking, are going to say, this was their fault. We have to attack them. This is what they're doing. The other side will say, listen, this is what he wanted. This is what happens when X, Y, and Z. And you're meant to believe. They will make you feel stupid. They will make you feel on your own if you don't cling to one of these sides, if you don't attack someone else. When really it's these systems that operate against each other. And of course the people at the top, they're profiting the most off it. They're gaining power, which really is it's an intangible resource that we all yearn for. Many of us yearn for power. There's no way to measure how much power you have. I'm sure there is. Everything can be put into a formula, but at least today you can't measure somebody's power. But you can feel the power, and it goes into the ego. It feeds the ego. And, as humans, we're meant to be tribal in our own nature. And so these systems, they play off that. But don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it. Systems are being confused. They're misaligned with the reasons that we've built them. And if we don't grow consciousness, then we will end up in more war, more death, more tragedy. Of course, until the extermination of the entire human race, which I feel is imminent. We don't have many years left. And by that I mean with respect to the whole scale of the human race, human species, human existence, excuse me. My call to action is to develop agency, see what it is, be an independent thinker. And I think the one assumption you should make is not that one side is right or wrong, but that humanity, we need to save humans. And we need to do it through chasing the truth, through compassion and community. And when we're following these algorithms, once we agree with it for one time, then it's solidified in our brain, and it's only self-perpetuating, and it's exacerbated by scrolling through what the algorithm thinks you will react to. And many times that is what you believe in, and that only segregates into two extreme categories. America, until they fight and everybody else dies. Absolute tragedy, no matter what side you're on. Don't let them manipulate you. Enjoy life.